What's up all my rockstars, welcome back to another episode here in Jurassic Craft. So, we have a few things that we need to get going and done today. Now, you guys heard us talk about why we don't want to build a carnivore cage yet for a carnivore, or a carnivorous, if I could speak, a dino that eats meat, basically. Because we don't have the supplies for it. Well, that's no longer really the truth. We have a full farm of chicken and cows over here now, so we are completely fine for that. And for the simple fact that we didn't know how we were going to feed them outside of auto feeders, because sometimes it seems like the auto feeders aren't working. But we might as well go for it. So, because we have the Spinosaurus egg, we're not going to do that one yet. I know you guys are expecting that one, but I don't think we're quite ready for that one yet, because we should build a smaller carnivore before we build up to the big ones like Spinosaurus and a Tyrannosaurus Rex. So the dino we will be working on is an Allosaurus DNA, and Allosaurus is also a carnivore and a pretty nasty one too. So yeah, it's not going to be fun. Let's go ahead and get his DNA processing. So what we need to do is, first of all, we need to get prepared for the cage, but we have most of the supplies for that already. I think for an Allosaurus, low fence wiring will be strong enough, but anything above an Allosaurus would not be strong enough to be able to feed him, which is one of the issues that we are worried about. But something that we do need to do as well is work on armor and weapons. The reason we actually finally need to make armor and weapons is for the simple fact that in case, you know, something breaks loose or they try to attack us, we're going to be able to defend ourselves. And right now we're just rocking this 1 durability miners hat we got from a good old zombie. So what are we going to make? Well, first of all, for our armor, we can make simple iron armor, and it's not going to be too big of a big deal. So let's go ahead and make ourselves some basic iron armor. There we go, a chest plate, and now we can make ourselves some leggings if I didn't want to make a full block there, apparently. There we go, and some boots and a helmet. There we go. Perfect. So now we have a full set of armor, which is now going to keep us completely safe. Not from just dinos, but other mobs in general as well. So we can just, I guess we can throw the minus helmet up here in a random chest or whatever. You might be thinking, oh, well, you have a sword, you have armor, you're all set. No, we're not all set. These are dinosaurs. We don't want to go hand-to-hand combat with flesh-eating, meat-eating dinosaurs. That would be a very, very bad idea. Have you ever seen Jurassic World? You know, when they go to the Dominus Rex with stun weapons? That was a dumb idea. So we don't want to be put in the same situation as them, guys. So, a big bonus to this mod pack for Jurassic Craft, they actually have the Tech Guns mod in here. So, we need to make ourselves a fury of weapons. Well, not a fury of weapons. We need to decide on 1 or 2 solid weapons that we can make easily and supply ourselves easily. So, what I'm thinking is maybe the Thompson or the AK and then a pistol to go along with it to make ourselves nice and sturdy so we don't have to worry about it. So, I think we're going to go ahead and we're going to make ourselves a Thompson. It's one of the easiest SMG for us to make, and it's a solid start to our weapon defense system for ourselves, because we have to make sure we're strong and tough, and that we can actually defend ourselves in case any dinos break out. So, to make a Thompson here, we need to go ahead and get both a wooden gun stock, a SMG magazine, an iron receiver, and an iron barrel. Now, most of these things should be pretty easy to make. The wood stock is just some wood, no big deal. Then we go to the good, oh, I have to click back each time. An SMG ammo magazine is actually just a magazine with some pistol rounds. Pistol rounds are lead. So we need lead and copper ingots. Those shouldn't be too hard. I think it's okay. So there's multiple copper. So I don't think it's very dependent on which copper you do use. And we should have copper as well. So that should make our lives a little bit easier. So on top of that, to make the magazine itself, we need mechanical parts and iron nuggets. Mechanical parts are really easy to make, actually, if it actually, you know, gives me the proper recipe for it. So mechanical parts are really easy. It's just the flint surrounded by iron. That's no big deal at all. And then we come around to getting everything else. An iron barrel is just a little bit of iron. And then a good old, I think it's the iron receiver, which is, once again, more mechanical parts, iron nuggets, and iron ingots. So it's not actually all that hard to make overall. So the biggest thing that we're probably missing is actually any of the copper, which is not a big deal overall. But hopefully we have some copper laying around so we can actually make these bullets. So actually, it's really nice here because we have 15 copper and 4 copper. So we have plenty of copper ingots. That's no big deal at all for us. We're going to need a little bit more iron. So we're going to have to go back down to the mines. We have some iron nuggets, luckily, already from building different devices like our base stand. So there we go. We got plenty of iron nuggets and another piece of iron. But we're still going to need some more iron overall. And to make sure we get any other supplies that we do need. Which shouldn't be too difficult, but you never know for sure. Plus, just in case, we would make a lot of ammo. Which is another reason we want to go back to the mines, is because as top of the lead, which I don't think we have, we also need to get gunpowder. Gunpowder is also, you know, obviously done from creepers, and we have a little bit of flint, but you know, I don't see any gunpowder anywhere, and I don't see we have some more copper. That's good. And we only have a little bit of lead, so we need to get a lot of red down in the mines as well. So we do need to go down and make sure we get everything that we can get as a possibility especially gunpowder. So we have 6 gunpowder, which isn't going to be enough to make a full ammunition system or plenty of ammo for our Thompson. So we can make plenty of preparations. And after this, then we can start working on the preparations in the area for our Allosaurus cage. So down to the mines we go. There we go, finally. So now I know what lead ore looks like. I was kind of looking for that color, but I wasn't really sure before. And interesting enough, there's actually 3 different versions of copper ore between the mods. So that's really curious to see if all of them work. We see that 2 of them definitely work from their crafting recipe, but also they could be just switching between them so fast that it could be all of them that would work as well. It's nice when mods actually contradict, work with other mods as well, when they're the same but different versions of each ore. So it's always really, really nice when they can actually use cross-modded ores. Makes your life just a little bit easier. Oh, here we go. Time to do some creeper farming. Gotta get back. Please don't explode. And he exploded. Ruined the torchlight, so that sucks overall as well. I can't believe that. Well, at least we know that that creeper is not to deal with. And now there's some lead up there, so we need to get that. So time to go ahead and get to work. And we got a lot of work to do. We need a lot of ores and a lot of, other things as well to make this work out. Okay, guys, so now that we spent a little bit of time down in the mines, we've got plenty of resources. And the gunpowder was so annoying to get, like literally the worst thing in the world, just because creepers would blow up even if you sent them flying away from you. So it was super annoying. So let's go ahead and get a lot of these ores smelting up from what we need. And ooh, there's more copper in there. Let's go ahead and keep that. Do I need 10 osmium or silver right now? No, I do not. So we're just gonna go ahead and throw them in here. Now while those are smelting up, we can go ahead and get working on anything else that we do need, because we do have most of these resources already. So let's go ahead and start with probably the gears for the Thompson. I think that's going to be the easiest thing. Actually, we could make, let's make the magazine. So boom. So we need to make a mechanical part. So let's go ahead and make one of those. So we need a couple of these. I think at least 2. We'll make 3 just to be sure. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. Yeah, there we go. 3 of those. Perfect. So now we have 3 mechanical pieces. What can we make next for this Thompson? So now that we've made the SMG, we have most of the parts for the ammo, but we still need that lead. So we're going to go ahead and wait on that. But what we can do is go ahead and make a bunch of these copper ingots to make our life just a little bit easier. So don't have to worry about that for a little bit. Okay, moving on from there, we need to make the actual pieces to the Thompson themselves. So for the wood stock, we just need 3 solid pieces of wood logs and not oaks, or not planks. So we should have some, yes, we have a little bit of logs left. So let's go ahead and make ourselves a nice wood stock here. There we go. That wasn't too hard at all. And moving on from that, we should probably make, I'm thinking the iron receiver next. So the iron receiver is actually really easy, considering we already made that piece for the gears as well. There we go. So that's 2 pieces as well. And we know the iron barrel is just like this. There we go. So now we have 3 pieces for the Thompson itself. So we should have almost everything that we need outside the SMG magazine, which we just need to make the magazine and the ammo. So to make the magazine, we can go ahead and do this, and boom, there we go. So we need actually a gear part for each magazine. So we're gonna go ahead and put 2 gears in there. So this gives us 8 total magazines to fill up with ammo, which will be really nice. But they're currently empty, so we need to get this gunpowder and this copper going, as well as we get this lead. So let's go ahead. Oh, you know what? 13, 16 pieces of lead. We can make most of the ammo with that. So let's go ahead and do this. SMG incendiary. Wow. Okay, we'll just go with a regular SMG ammo. So let's go ahead and make some pistol rounds. There we go. So we need specific copper, gunpowder, and everything. Let's put all the gunpowder and the lead in here that we can. So let's just go ahead and now spread out the copper as much as we possibly can, like this. So technically we're going to need it 16 times around, because that's the most that we can make out of it. Now this should give us quite a lot of ammo actually, so it should be plenty for us to do what we want to be able to do with this. There you go. Now that we got all of the copper in there, let's go to make 2 stacks of ammo. That is nice. And we still have 15 gunpowder left over. So if we let's throw a magazine in there as well. So what do we just do this? No. What do we do this? Okay, so how do we have to surround it? How do we make an official SMG mag again for ammo? Let's go ahead and go back to the crafting recipe and figure this out. Okay, there we go, just like this. So we can make 8 total, and boom. So that gives us 8 mags, and that means we still have a stack and 48 bullets left. So that's pretty solid. So now all we need to do is actually, I think that is basically everything. Yeah, we just need to put it together here, and then boom, we have the Thompson SMG. That is really cool. So now we have our very first weapon to defend ourselves with. So let's go ahead and test this thing out. Is it left click? It is left click to shoot. So right click doesn't give me aim down sights. Can I hold it? There we go. Okay, so I can hold it. That is very nice. I wish I had a mob to test this on. Okay, so now that we have all of these supplies, we need to decide where we're going to build this cage for the Allosaurus, actually. Now, I've just fed everyone out, Ed up, and I realized I actually need to expand this cage, not long ways. They have plenty of room now, but he's getting caught from the auto feeder. I actually had to move it, so I think I need to expand the cage wide ways this way. So I might expand it a few blocks this way since I have all this extra space, and a couple blocks that way, just so he's not getting caught on the fences since he is so big now. Especially with two of them, they might be pushing themselves in there. But I don't want to leave him on non-wandering just to sit there because then it's not as cool. So we need to decide a location where we're going to be putting this good old cage, and I think we might be putting it up here somewhere, which will be a lot of work to get it all leveled out and whatnot, or we could just bring it up here, but I mean that's just a part of it, so hopefully we don't have too many issues with that. But I think it's better than putting it over here right next to the house, especially if it breaks out. But there's also not room over here, and I'm not liking this area for building. It's just so hilly, so many trees, and there's always just the water right here, so I think it's going to be more adapt for different types of animals. Okay guys, so I think for the most part I've got the layout here for this good old cage for the Allosaurus. So I'm thinking it's gonna look quite good actually. So let's just go ahead and we're finishing up these little staircase sections here. It's a little weird to think about, try to get this section. So I've made this up here, this little plateau, and I've cleared it out. This should be a big enough cage. I'm assuming so for the Allosaurus. You know, he's not massively big, but at the same time, I would say he's maybe the width of a Parasaur and taller. I'm thinking that's a good rough estimate. So I like the way it's set up. We've got the proper cage built, unlike that mess up right there, which I still haven't fixed off screen, but it's fine, it's fine. So now we can actually start, you know, working on this and whatnot. I'm just still trying to get the land, you know, looking nice and whatnot, because like this here, like it's weird trying to get, because this is the floor here, but at the same time I don't want just a wall of dirt here. But no matter what, from the floor or there, it's kind of just a wall of dirt. It's something we just got to deal with, because I'm trying to keep the pathways around it. So like if we come back up here, I'm trying to keep the two wide pathways look really nice with the shovel and everything. So I'm trying to keep that over here, but at the same time, even with that, so like 1, 2, I gotta put a wall up here. So it's a little bit of interesting strategy. So I think I'm going to go ahead and start working on the Parasaur cage first, just because I think that's going to be a bit more important. Right now I've got him just sitting down so he doesn't keep taking damage, because he kept taking damage. I went ahead and cleared out an area over here, so I think I'm going to start working on getting this expanded, and I will show you guys that very soon. Okay guys, so I've got the baseline for this good old Parasaur extension done. So let's go ahead and we're going to finish up the pathway here. I just literally sat here waiting for all the grass to grow back so I could do this. Same thing, so the car, because I still need to continue building the Allosaur cage, I'm just letting all that grass grow back. It should be done by now, so let's go ahead and do this. And I actually might have to go underneath this, because you can see where there's a cave underneath here. I might have to fill it in just so it doesn't look so weird looking underneath. But that is all right for now. There we go. We finished all of this up. So now let's go ahead and let's apply the rest of these security poles. So do 1, 2, 3, and then 1, 2, 3. So now we just gotta go ahead and start filling in the rest of this wire here, which is super easy for the very bottom layer, and then these top 2 layers hopefully won't be too hard either. And then once we do this, we can break down the cage in between and stop that Parasaur from sitting. So we should have plenty of room to walk around without hurting himself. And if he ends up dying, I don't even know what I'm gonna be doing at that point, because I'm making this cage so he doesn't die. I'm expanding it so we don't have these issues anymore. And I also actually need to, I can leave the security poles. I guess I don't have to put one in the corner as long as everything still works security fence wise, but at the same time it'd be smart to go ahead and put those in. But I think we can test the corner. If it all still works, there's no reason to put it there. It should still be fine. So it's just gonna save us a couple of resources here. But there we go, perfect. And that's all connected now. So let's go ahead. Where is my pickaxe? My pickaxe is right here. Let's finish this off, and now we can finish off the other side. Okay, so that is all finished now. Yes, I do have sticks on me, so let's go ahead and let's break down these fences. Let's make it a lot easier for these guys to get through here and enjoy their world of their little cage that we have here, which is no longer so little. It used to be so little. Now I've done 2 expansions in 2 episodes for this thing, and it's kind of insane, but it is needed. Come on. Oh, hi buddy. Please don't walk my way. I'm trying not to hurt you, please. You're my buddy. You're my pet. You're my friend. There we go. Perfect. Almost done here. There we go. That should be everything that we need. Now look at it. So let's just go ahead and test the cage here. It still works on the corner. Perfect. So there's no reason to add a corner block there. And now we can actually move the auto feeder back to a more proper position. Let's go ahead and we can put it more in the center now. There we go ahead and do this, and then we can take some of these torches that we have and actually, you know, refill the rest of the area to make sure nothing spawns at nighttime. So actually, you know, we can take some of these guys, because this is such a small area. It should be lit up fine, not lit up fine. There we go. We'll just do this a little bit here. We'll do this, and this. Now everything should be plenty of light in. Actually, now we have a stick here, bud. You're supposed to be, you're not following, you're wandering. There you go. Now you should have plenty of room to get around. You can get on the auto feeder and actually, you know, hit anything. You guys have much more space because you guys grew a lot bigger than he did. He's not been hurting himself like you guys have, so that is very, very good. Oh no, they do have the same design. It takes just a little bit for his stripes to come in, which is really interesting. So now it's time to work on the Allosaur cage. Okay, so let's come ahead and come in here and check the egg. And yes, there is our boy Allosaurus egg. We're gonna go ahead and we're gonna need to sleep. But is there anything we could get the plesiosaur going? You know what, we might as well. Let's throw the plesiosaur in here. So now that we've got the Allosaurus egg, we just need to make a bunch of more cobble fences, and then we can go working on the cage over there. Okay guys, so now that we have the doors and everything set up, we can go ahead and start placing our wires. I hope I have enough. I think I have. Did someone just take damage? I really hope not. Okay, so I should have enough for this, and all the poles are activated, so everything should be. Oh god, you know, I don't have time for you skeletons. Just go away, stop, leave me alone. There we go. Reloading. Thank you. My SMG is becoming super useful just for regular mobs. There we go. Perfect. We go ahead and get this set up. So I'm hoping this is big enough for the Allosaurus. I think its size, I don't think it should have any problems with. It might, but I really doubt it. And then I'm hoping it is tall enough for the Allosaurus. If it's not, we might have some issues. Let's hope not. But that's why we built the SMG, just to be safe for sure. So let's go ahead and continue building this and make sure all these wires are completely connected and activated with electricity, so we are nice and safe. Okay, so now that we have almost all the fences done, let's go ahead and get the Allosaurus down. So let's go ahead and place our torches in each corner so everything is nice and safe. Now, I should have enough food to supply him, but I really think it might be a close call. But I think that's just because we're going to have to breed and kill more of the animals than I want to. So let's go ahead and get this guy going. There we go. Let's make sure we have our dinopedia on us. And 2% status warm. I don't know, because technically he's going to be mine, so I don't know how well he'll listen to me and whatnot. But I hope it goes well. So let's go ahead and start filling in the rest of this gap. And then we're going to go make sure we go get some good old food for the guy. We're going to have to kill some of our cows and chickens and whatnot. There we go. So now that's all done. Let's go ahead and make sure we go get some raw food for this guy to eat. And we should be all good by that point. So we're not going to use our gun either. We're going to use our sword. I think we're going to save our cows and we're going to use our chickens instead to be able to feed this guy. So I've got seeds so I can repopulate before I'll take out a bunch of our chickens. Here we go. Let's go ahead and get these guys going. Hi, chickies. Come here, buddies. Come here. Let's go ahead and feed you guys all up. Make sure you're all breeding so you have a fresh stock before I finish you guys off. By the time I'm done with this, I'm assuming, hey, my farm needs to be reharvested again, that it's going to be time for us to actually get that egg, and he should be hatched by the time we get back from here. Hopefully I have enough chicken to feed this guy. I should. And let's go ahead and head over to the cage and see if he's ready to hatch. Oh, look, and they're enjoying the nice new cage. They're enjoying it. A lot more room for them to run around. He seems kind of enclosed. I might expand his cage, but it's not on a priority list right now just because I know he doesn't need it, and he hasn't grown at all. Ooh, he's already hatched. Let's go ahead and get in here. Hopefully he won't attack me. Are you going to attack me? Maybe not. So there we go. Carnivore. This animal eats meat. Territorial female. Untamed. Okay, he is untamed. So let's go ahead and feed him. Untamed makes sense. There you go, buddy. There you go. Eat the food. Eat your food. There we go. Is he full? It's not telling me he's full like all the others died. He is full. Okay, so I really hope that this guy will not attack me anytime I come and feed him. But I hope it's just hope, and we can get a auto feeder in here before he grows too big and does decide to attack me. But I hope you guys all did enjoy this episode of Jurassic Craft. Make sure you leave a like, comment, and subscribe if you guys all did. And I'll see you all later, Rockstars. Peace.